Speaker while we're waiting. Lucretia Peoples, please. Please state your name for the record and keep your comments 3 minutes. Thank you.
Good morning, Lucretia Peoples, P-E-O-P-L-E-S. I'm the founder and the managing director of the Mendocino County Martin Luther King Jr. organization, known as MCMLK, pronounced as MECMLK. Good morning, Chairman Wattenberger and supervisors, and thank you for allowing me this opportunity to present before you. The Mendocino County Martin Luther King Jr. organization has been in existence for 14 years. The mission of MECMLK is to move beyond tolerance by enhancing the innate spirit of human kindness through its events, its projects, and its programs. I'm here this morning to talk to you about the 4th annual Mendocino County Juneteenth event. Juneteenth, which is J-U-N-E-T-E-E-N-T-H, is the oldest known celebration ending slavery dating back to 1865. It was on June 19, 1865, that the Union soldiers landed in Galveston, Texas, with news that the war had ended and that the enslaved were now free. Now, this was 2.5 years after President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. The 4th annual Mendocino County Juneteenth event is scheduled for Thursday, June 19th at 6:30 p.m. at the Ukiah Civic Center in the Council Chambers. The Council Chambers is located at 300 Seminary Avenue in Ukiah. The 4th annual Mendocino County Juneteenth event is sponsored by the Martin Luther King Jr. organization and its associates. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to present, and I hope to see you on Thursday, June 19th. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Peoples. I thought I saw Ms. Ranachek just here.
Did.
Okay. While we're waiting for Ms. Ranachek for elections to come forward, I do have another speaker card. Ms. Dottie Copeland, in regards to the election results.
Dottie Copeland. I probably should wait until after she speaks because maybe my questions will be answered. There are many questions that I have about voting, like the forced vote by mail, that I think the 10,000 ballots that were submitted the day of the election indicate how many people would still like to have an election day. But what I was going to address today was what's on the website. It says 34% of the population voted, and there was a press release saying it was over 50. I just made a copy for you of the opening part of the website, but it doesn't give complete information, and I don't know of any reason why voters can't be updated as the count is updated. So when you go to the website and read it, it says 100% of the precincts, and it gives the numbers, but that doesn't correspond to what was in the press release. So I think at the very least the website needs to be updated, and I would hope the board has the responsibility to look at the policies and allows the public voters to know as the count goes on what the count is. I see no reason for it to have to be held for the canvass. I think we all have confidence in the staff of the office, and we're not questioning the authenticity of the count, but we'd like to know what the outcome was. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Copeland. Ms. Ranachek. You heard some of the comments, and I personally invited you here to report on the process of the election and where we're at. So.
Okay. Right now, we have gotten a rough count of all the ballots that we have left to process. That's been completed. That's been released to the public. That's 10,835 vote-by-mail ballots plus 439 provisional ballots. We have scanned all of that mail. It's in the system. The signatures have been checked. And this is the procedure that we have to follow as part of the canvass and before we can even start to count these vote-by-mail ballots. We have sorted them all into precincts. They have all been opened They are currently, we have 3 teams, 2 people each, so 6 people are working on examining those 10,835 ballots to see if there's been any damage to them, if there's been any marks made on them to indicate that the voter made a mistake and they wanted to vote for this and accidentally voted for something else. If we can determine that, those have to be remade because the machines won't count them. So that's what we're currently doing. We have completed the roster checks for the polling places at this point to make sure that everything that came back to us was included and to address any discrepancies on the rosters from our tallies that were done on election night. What we still have to do, we still, again, have to complete the review of the ballots to see if any have to be remade for damage, or like I said, for any corrections that the voters made on those ballots. We have to go through our spoils, our duplicates, and basically complete our absentee ballot reconciliation, which was required before we can complete the canvass. And that's basically where we stand.
Okay. Supervisor Pinches.
Sue, this is not an agendized item, so I don't know how far we want to take this, but my main concern is with the mail-in